Hello guys, welcome to Elder Scrolls Online. My name is Alric, and here is actually done with not actually done with Black Desert Online. Um, but since I already hunted most of the boss there, we'll play some other games today. So today we'll play Elder Scrolls Online. It's also an MMORPG. It's quite popular. Um, you know, considering that there are a lot of players logging in on this game. Um, this are BDO and ESO are two of the most popular games when it comes to MMO. Also excited about this Amazon MMORPG. They are, I believe, planning to um, launch it around August. I don't know exactly, but maybe if you have any idea on when, kindly share that in the comment section below. So I just logged back into ESO, and before I do anything else, what I usually do is I log in to all my characters, and this is to harvest most of my um, resources. So if you don't know, in ESO, you have crafting skills or traits that you can level up. And let me just show you this. So you have crafting skills, and each crafting skill line, okay, each crafting skill line, like this blacksmithing, you have hirelings. So hirelings will send you um, resources through mail. There you go. You can see. Yeah, so I have level 2. I have 2 points given to minor hirelings, so that's why I got the raw materials sent to me here in my mailbox. Another one is for provisioning. So for provisioning, I have 3 points given to it. That's why I get this provisioning or raw provisioning materials. So all other mail here came from hirelings, yes, from yesterday. So yeah, you just leave it here, and then I harvest them in my main character, and some of them will go to my other characters. Right. Okay, so I just need to log into my other characters. So go into chat, you type in camp. Now, if you type in /camp, then press enter, it will log you off to the character selection screen. Okay, let's just wait for it. By the way, guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button right down below. And don't forget to click the bell notification. Most of my viewers here in my channels are non-subscribers, so I'll be happy that you be a part of my channel. So I'll make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, or if you like Elder Scrolls Online, I'll be playing a lot and streaming a lot here um, about ESO or Elder Scrolls Online content. So be sure to like and comment any experience that you might have about the game. Share it with us here. We would like to hear that as well. And also, I have social media accounts. So for Twitter, I have at Sephia underscore Sky. Make sure to follow me there as well. I've also post my new videos there. So if you're on social media like Twitter, it will be nice that you follow me there as well. I also have a Facebook page, Sephia Sky YouTube channel. You can just search me right there. All right. Okay. So also have my raw materials here. So blacksmithing, clothing, wood, and provisioner materials. And just log back out or go back to character select. Most of my characters are level 50. So here in ESO, your maximum level is 50. And after that, you get to accumulate champion points. Leveling is not that hard for me because you can actually just grind for um, you know grind for experience and then um, get to level 50 within a day or two. Well, depending on how much you want to be at level 50 as soon as possible, you can just do it like one day. So here in ESO, you can actually grind for skill points as well. You just need to obtain it through exploration, or you can just go to um, you know start a quest, um, go to DLC maps, and start accumulating experience points as well as skill points. I'll show you that later. I'm actually leveling one of my AD or Aldemary Dominion character. I'll show you that later. Okay, so this is one of my favorite character. Right, just so if you're wondering why I need to speak to this guy, this is like a horse trainer or horse riding trainer. You just need to pay him gold, and he will upgrade your horse speed or movement speed, as you can see in the description. And I point the mouse here. It will also upgrade your stamina, your horse stamina, as well as carrying capacity. Um, Carrying capacity is just a way to increase maximum item that you can carry. So here's your inventory space here, 135. So if you have a mount, you just show you my mount. Okay, what happened? It won't come up. Not sure what happened there. So should press H to bring up my horse. No? Okay, so F2. Yes, so this is my mount. All mounts are basically the same. What's different is that the upgrades that you invested on each character. So mine have already maxed out my um, mount's movement speed to up to a maximum of 60%. All right, so let's go and harvest raw materials. Using hirelings to gather raw materials is just one way to, obtain raw materials for crafting. You can actually go out in the world, in the open world, and then gather materials that way. You just need to go to nodes or resources nodes. I'll show you how how to obtain sources or raw materials. Maybe sometimes in the future. Um, but most of my contents here or ESO contents are you know well I well the main goal is to uh, let everyone know or to teach everyone some of the nice features of this game. What cool stuff you can do in game. So yeah, um, it's one of the reason why you should subscribe to this channel and also help each other out. Right. So okay, got another set of raw materials from this character. Let me just check my upgrades. Okay, so carrying capacity. Nice. So if you don't know, here in ESO, you also have login rewards, which you can obtain if you log in day by day. Each month they change the set of rewards you can get daily. Daily rewards is one of the ways you can obtain free stuff without actually buying um, crown points. If you don't know what crown points is or crown coins, those are in-game currency that you need to purchase using real money. So if you let's say, well, this game or ESO that I've installed in my computer, I got it from Steam. Now, if you want to purchase Crown Store or Crown, not Crown Store, Crown Coins, you'll have to use Steam to purchase it. or you can just go directly to um, the test. I think that's um, I mean straight to the ESO website, and then purchase it directly from their site. Okay, right. So next, so for that character, I believe I already maxed out most of the mount skills, so I didn't really bother to check it. But if you want to level up your mount skills for each character, make sure to start with that every time you log into a game. So you'll just need to log in on each character, go to stable, right, and then speak to the trainer, to the house. I mean, to the horse riding trainer. Okay, so this is actually my last character where I should get another set of raw materials. This is actually my um, Cyrodiil character, or this is what I use to, play when I'm playing with my guild. Most of my guildmates are ADs. So if you're not familiar about Alliance War, so let me just give you a brief description on what Alliance War is. Let me just. Okay, so each alliance has their own castle, and we also have gates. For each castle, another alliance member, like the blues and the reds, can conquer it, except for the gates. The gates can't be conquered. Right, as you can see, it's like a checkerboard here. So you have to connect the two castles in order to teleport. So this means that I can teleport from here, but since these two here are, or I mean, these two castles here belongs to red, I cannot teleport there, and I have to take it in order for me to use that castle and gain alliance points. So uh, you can PK or player kill any blue players or any red, but yellow players, those are your teammates. Well, okay, so one important tip is to group up. If you group up in this content with other players, there's a chance that you will most likely win, you know, during skirmishes. If you're up against veteran or more skilled team, then you're out of luck. So yeah. Okay, so let's go to Right, so these are the three raw materials I got from this character. Let me just check. Wait, they don't have any. Okay, so I have provisioning, lumbering. Alright, so we just need to change again to the character I want to level. Alright, so if you haven't noticed, I've skipped these two characters, Bone Commander and Tamriel Kamen Rider. Well, the reason is that I haven't, um, added points to hirelings for their crafting skill. I haven't really leveled their or given points or invested points on my crafting skill lines for these two characters, so I'll just leave them out. What I really want to level up is this character in AD side. I think I forgot to switch on the sound here. Let me just add audio. There. Okay, so basically we'll just need to quest.
The Ice Reach Coven's rituals are more effective than I could have imagined.
I need potion for this
Hello there.
character. Oh, and this. It wasn't ready that time, so alright. So, currently I'm questing on this DLC they added this new DLC or chapter, which is Grammar, and it's in Western Skyrim, and yeah, we're trying to complete that with this level 27 character, and aside from that, we'll learn about the story of Grammar. Gonna help this guy. Questing in this game is quite easy. You can easily spot your objective by just looking into the map. So we have here Dr. Lyris, Titanborn.
Looks like I made it back just in time. This place is crawling with vampires, and that one was about to make a meal out of you. House Ravenwatch. I've heard of them, but he's a long way from Rivenspire. Well, if you're willing to trust a vampire, I suppose I can too. I spotted a coven witch. If we hurry, we might be able to catch her. On the cliff overlooking the temple. Calls herself Sister Embrit. I was going to rush her, but I wanted to make sure you hadn't run afoul of any of these monsters first. No offense, Fen. Come on. If we're lucky, the witch is still up there.
Perhaps I could question the witch before you introduce her to your impressive axe blade?
So if you're not, if you don't know who's Lyris Titanborn, he's actually one of the main character I mean, if you finish the main quest, she's actually one of the main character there. So, while Finn is actually new to me, I'm not sure if I've met him before. When I'm questing. Okay.
Ysmir's beard. What is that terrible smell?
The AoE is quite difficult to dodge because this character doesn't have like a CC I can use.
keep an eye on the witches.
Not even harrowed. It seems the ritual needs refinement.
Kill her before she can summon another storm.
Willing sacrifices? How nice!
Sacrifice! I'd rather give you my axe, witch.
I hoped you could take her prisoner. No matter. I found something. This way?
Go with your vampire friend. I'm gonna look around here.
Do you see? These are the same as the urns smuggled from Bankarai. They didn't just shatter. They exploded. I can sense traces of magicka clinging to the shards that matched the energy used in the storm ritual. These other fragments, though. All this rubble scattered around didn't just come from these urns. The texture and patterns are different. They appear to have used the funerary dust in the urns to summon the Harrow Storms. But I'm not sure what was inside the larger vessels. Look at the shape of the fragments. They come from a hollow receptacle of some sort. Something at least as tall as you. Perhaps larger. Just another piece of the puzzle. Maybe when I analyze the witchpike residue, an answer will suggest itself. Thank you, but no. I try to avoid large population centers. The temptation. You understand. I'll find someplace nearby, but out of the way where I can set up my equipment and work undisturbed. I'll send word when I have something to report. I met a clever woman who lives in the bog near Morthal. Old Mjolnir's a dying breed among the Nords, a practitioner of the old magic. The locals both admire and fear her. If anyone can help me untangle the Coven's ritual, it's her. Western Skyrim consists of 3 holds: Haafingar, Hjalmarch, and Carthald. Morthal is the capital of Hjalmarch. It's located southeast of Solitude, along the River Hjal. Old Mjolnir lives in the marshlands nearby. The Raven Watch has had to curtail rogue vampire clans, and put down feral blood fiends on occasion, but I've never dealt with anything like this before. People turning into harrow fiends, or becoming mindless harrowed. It's a nightmare. Yes, but more research is required to confirm anything. Still, from what we observed here, it appears the Harrow Storm produced 3 distinct results in those caught within it. It turned them into harrow fiends, or harrowed, or it simply killed them. Mjolen's experience with the old ways and reach magic make her ideally suited to assist me in this endeavor. She's the closest thing to an expert we're likely to find out here. At least one who doesn't want to feed our eyes to a harpy.
So, what did your vampire friend discover? Reach witches summoning magical storms to create feral vampires? That's horrible, but to what purpose? Well, that's the next puzzle to solve. First, we need to get this information to the Queen. Here. This was for Brondel, but it's yours now.
So, this rewards us Winter's Respite set. It's a dagger, so I'm not sure if we can use it. Okay, so we have full inventory. We need to make sure that empty. Just need to let go of some stuff here.
Care to bark?
So, what did your Reach Witch's summoning? Queen Gerhild needs to hear what we discovered at Kilcreath Temple. Hopefully that will be enough for her to get us an audience with High King Svargrim. The Queen seemed reasonable. She'll believe us. As for Svargrim, who can tell? I haven't met the man, but everything I've heard describes him as prideful, arrogant, and hard-headed. Even with the Queen's help, there's no guarantee. I'd like to knock down the palace door, grab him by the throat, and shake him until he listens. That would probably start a war, though, and Yoren specifically asked me to avoid that. For now, let's bring our evidence to Queen Gerhild. If there's anything else we need to discuss, let's get it out of the way now, before we return to Solitude. Hey, you and Fenorian came to that conclusion, not me. Still, it makes as much sense as anything. As to why, I have no idea. This connection to vampires, though, that's troubling. We should keep Fen away until we get into Svargrim's good graces. A clever woman? Out here? Nords are extremely distrustful of magic, especially Nords from western Skyrim. I'm surprised the people of Morthal tolerate her presence. If anyone can help Fen figure out the Coven's ritual, though, it would be her. Our priority remains getting an audience with High King Svargrim. We need to convince him that the Icereach Coven is a threat to his kingdom, and get him to help us stop them. Let's return to Solitude and present our findings to the Queen. Clever men and women are Nords with an aptitude for magic, though most use the term to refer to practitioners of the old ways. They're rare. Not the usual adepts found at the Mages Guild. Distrust of magic runs deep in Skyrim, especially out here. Could be that the elves our ancestors fought soured our taste for magic. Or maybe there weren't enough skalds singing about wizards going to Sovngarde. Might be that Nords just prefer their natural talents. Either way, magic isn't popular here.
Okay, we just level up. You also gain rewards for leveling up. So for level 28, you can select from these items. Also, you've unlocked Volenfell dungeon. And you get to level up points for your 3 main stats. So you have Magicka, Health, and Stamina. Since this is a Magicka Nightblade, level up my Magicka. Press E to commit. We need to go back. What's the name of the town? Solitude. So we'll take the nearest way shrine, which is in here. Okay, so way shrines are like quick travel from point to point, but you have to find one in order to unlock it. So, meaning you need to explore maps in order to get or use the way shrine. So there are a lot of way shrines here that I haven't unlocked yet, since I haven't traveled to these places in the map here. So let's go back to Solitude. Oh, just like what we did with my other characters, whenever you're inside a town, try to look for stable. Okay, just like one here.
Well?
I killed a man for mistreating his horse in front of me. And I remember every mount that comes through here. I'll remember you too.
Okay, so just need to take the speed boost. Riding skill or speed riding skill. Got 2 points invested in that, which will make my mount travel faster. Okay. Now it will take at least 24 hours for you to be able to train your mount. So I'll make sure that every time you log in every day, you at least invest points to your character mount skills.
What do you want?
and it only costs a few gold
Assassins in the palace! Help!
That's one of the Queen's attendants. Let's
in
get
order to
inside.
level it up. Oh, what happened? Okay.
Be strong, Svanna.
Mother! No! No!
Svanna, your father, the kingdom. Watch over.
Mother! No! You can't die! Mother!
Sire, the assassins might return. You must get to somewhere safe.
Have Yoren's lackeys come to gloat?
We came here to warn you, Your Highness.
And yet my wife lies dead,
If you had listened to us,
like she did. If I determine Yoren had a hand in this, there will be war! Someone take care of my wife!
Father, please.
gods, what a disaster. The Queen's been assassinated and Svargrim still refuses to listen to reason. We need to find a way to set things right. Good question. The guards should have been able to handle a run-of-the-mill assassin. This could be connected to the Icereach Coven. In fact, I'd wager my axe that it is. Look around. See if you can find any indication of how the assassin got in and out of the palace so easily. Maybe even turn up something that ties the murderer to the Coven. I'll make sure the princess is all right. Svanna's taking this pretty hard. I suppose most daughters feel close to their mothers. Not that I'd know, I never knew my mother. Sorry, don't mind me. Did you find anything that might lead us to the assassin? We've seen these medallions before. On the Reachman near Kilcreath. And I saw them on the witches in Icereach. The assassin definitely seems to be in league with the Coven. But can we get Svargrim to believe that and accept the danger he's in? Svargrim has every right to be angry. He watched his wife die right before his eyes. But he's the High King. He doesn't have the right to be stupid. Time to make Svargrim confront some hard truths. Come on, the Sword Thane led the king upstairs. We need to see the High King.
I should think not. The High King is in mourning. He's not to be disturbed.
The Queen's wasn't the only life lost today. Now get out of our way.
Go right in.
Your Highness, please. Your kingdom is in grave danger.
My queen's blood hasn't yet cooled, and already Yoren's lackeys hound me.
We have proof that the
How
Coven
may I
in your kingdom is responsible for the Queen's death. Show him, partner.
Does Yoren think me so weak that he believes his half-giant can twist my arm and fill my head with lies? I am not so easily duped, outsider.
Yes, Lyris is actually a half-giant. But he's still a human. Here in Elder Scrolls Online, there are quite a different races. So we'll tackle that maybe some other time.
Reach witches? They pose no threat. We've beaten back those wild dogs time and time again, while our brothers to the east bow down to a poetry-writing milk drinker. I will not be lectured on such matters by the likes of you. Tales told around campfires to scare the children. Storms happen here all the time, and none of them spawn monsters. The last spy who spoke of such things, well, he no longer speaks of such things. I am the Wolf of Solitude. I know my enemies. You dishonor my wife's name by letting it pass through your treacherous lips. Away with you! And pray I don't find evidence that ties you to the Queen's murder. That would not go so well for you.
We'll leave you to your grief, Your Highness.
You can also gain random skill points or level up skill lines by just reading bookshelves or books found and scattered all throughout Tamriel.
Is it true? Mother told me you were working for her before she...
I'm sorry, Svanna. I would have saved her if I could.
My mother. She told me she gave the mighty Lyris Titanborn an important task. Tell me, what were you doing for my mother? Threat? What threat? And do you think this is why someone came into the palace and killed her? And did you tell my father all this? Is he rallying the soldiers? Alerting the other holds? My father sees Yoren's plots everywhere, even in his spicy venison stew. Well, I won't let my mother's death be for nothing. She trusted you, and so will I. My father be damned. Please, find whoever did this and stop them. I saw the assassin. He moved fast. Unbelievably fast. He leaped through the window after stabbing my mother. By that time, the guards had gathered, so I guess he decided to flee. Try to follow his trail. Someone outside must have seen something. He was fast, that's for certain. Here and gone before the guards could even draw their swords. Other than that, I didn't get a good look. The inside of his hood was nothing but shadows. My father? Listen to me? When horkers fly, maybe. But probably not even then. He gave up on me a long time ago. I'm sorry. I'm no use to you. No use to anyone. I'm not my mother. Never will be. But I swear I'll do whatever I can to help you. You have my word on that. No. My mother... The last time we spoke, I hurled a mug at her. But I came when she summoned me. Just in time to see her murdered. I need to pull myself together. She asked me to watch over my father. The kingdom. I can't let her down.
Come on, Princess. Let's get you somewhere safe.
Don't call me princess. Just Svanna. There's nothing noble about me.
This is never going to end, is it?
What?
A fascinating application of the technique.
My wife. She is like ice. So cold. So pale. All the warmth sucked out of her. There was a commotion at the palace. Everyone was headed that way. Except one man. No, not a man. He wore an eye patch, but his face was bestial. He dragged her along like a bone between a dog's teeth. Then he tossed her aside, pale as snow. He was fast, so fast, ran toward the Hall of the Dead. He never even looked back at what he had done. Keep it down and wake the dead.
Will you pray with me for these poor souls? Cut down and bound for the Hall of the Dead much too soon. It was a monster, a vampire. I have seen such creatures before, but this one wore an eye patch. It moved like a shadow and took sustenance from these poor souls. I called upon Arkay's grace, and the vampire fled before his sacred presence. Toward the main gate, I pray the guard finished off the depraved creature before it took another innocent life.
Getting old is no picnic. The alternative is a lot worse. Just about enough of this.
You again? Didn't I warn you about putting your nose where it doesn't belong? A vampire? I don't know what you're talking about. But whoever it was tore out Senolia's throat and fled through the gate before I could stop him. What do you know about all this? And why is it any of your business? The Queen's dead? What about the High King? He'll have my head for letting the assassin slip away. Yeah. It's not like I opened the gate and let him slink off. The real problem's at the palace. No more questions. I've got to secure the gate and take care of poor Senolia.
This is Svargrim's fault. He should have heeded us from the start. Damn Svargrim and his distrust of Yoren. How many more of his people have to die before he accepts the truth and lets us help him? Forget that for now. Tell me about the assassin. Did anyone get a good look at the murderer? That would explain the assassin's swiftness and ability to escape so easily. We knew the Ice Reach Coven had vampires on their side, but using them so blatantly. Anything else to report? Well then, time to fight fire with fire. They've got evil vampires and we've got a friendly one. Let's find out exactly what your friend Fen knows about vampire clans in the area. Where did you tell me Fen was going again? Right, to research the ritual. Go find them and see what you can learn. I'll stay with Svanna. Bring her up to speed on everything we've uncovered. We're going to need her to get the High King to trust us. And I'm calling him Fen. It's simpler.
Okay, so before we maybe we'll try this questing some other time. Let me just check if I can unlock some of my other skill line, like mage skill line. So oh, that's mystic. Okay, we need to go back here.
Hold up there,
Are
young
you
man.
an
Someone who
individual
isn't
with a
afraid
love
of the
of
dark.
tinkering,
Or much
or
of
a lot
anything
of
for that
pent-up
matter.
aggression?
Help me. I have nothing.
Welcome. Are you here on Mages Guild business? Yes, of course. We're lawkeepers across the face of Tamriel. Guild members seek out books, tomes, and ancient scrolls in their travels. Why don't you speak with me for a moment? Perhaps you'd like to join. Always good to speak with another knowledge seeker. Guildmaster Vanus will be pleased.
Right, this is to unlock the mage skill line. You need to talk to this NPC. It might be different if you're in other town, because this NPC might be just for this particular town, but all you just need to do is to make sure that you find a mage guild and speak to this any character like this guy here that will open up the mage guild quest line or skill line, sorry.
We're book hunters of a sort. We seek out new information, capture it in our libraries, and make copies for distribution across Tamriel. The guild doesn't care about battlefields or boundaries, just knowledge and the acquisition of new tomes.
Yes, to level up your magic or mage skill line, you'll just need to read books scattered all throughout Tamriel.
We provide training in unique spells and abilities only available to members. And from time to time, projects crop up for those with an adventuresome spirit. You may end up working with the Guildmaster himself. Vanus Galarian, one of the founding members of this august body, still holds the proud title of Guildmaster, overseeing every guild hall in Tamriel. He works with other ranking members, such as Tellinger, the Artificer, to ensure our future success. We are neutral in the war between the three alliances. When we're on guild business, we kneel to no king or queen. That's why you'll see members of every race in our halls. Excellent. You are now a student of the Mages Guild. Every book you find will now earn you reputation in the guild.
All right. So if you go here, you can find the Mage Guild skill line. Make sure to give or to invest points on Persuasive Will. And this will help you with your questing. Another you want to start, or another skill line you want to unlock, is the Fighter skill. Let's go to the Fighter skill.
Next time I'm in the field, I think I'll
so
bring
you
a
need to
great
stick to this
warhammer.
guy.
Or two.
You'll notice that there is like an arrow shape icon on top of their head. That means they have a quest to give. So,
Welcome to our hall. Are you familiar with the guild? The Fighters Guild. You should consider joining up. We have a new guildmaster and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk for a moment? Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you? Right. Our new guildmaster is an Argonian, sees all colors. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their damned anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains, plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside. Hard fights. Ha! Yes, good question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You never know, you might be the next Yofnir. Guildmaster Yofnir passed away recently, very suddenly. I always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand. But he passed away in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader. No, we only draw blades in service to the guild. We're technically neutral in the war between the three alliances. We love the Eagle Banner and Her Majesty, of course, but every race, every creed belongs under the guild hall's roof.
alright, so just like what we did with Mage Guild skill line, you'll just need to join Fighter skill in order to unlock the Fighter skill skill line. To level up Fighter skill line, you'll need to kill undead monsters, Daedras, as well as you have to finish off, what was the name again? I kind of forgot, sorry guys. It's like a riff here in ESO. Oh yeah, I remember now. We call it Dolmen. So each dolmen's like an area where you have to kill a certain number of monsters, and then the final wave will spawn a boss monster, which you have to kill as well. Once you killed it, it will destroy that rift or that dolmen. There will be a huge anchor coming out from the sky that will start to burst, and that will give you points or experience points, as well as it will level up your fighter guild skill line. Aside from that, you'll gain gold as well as items from the chest that it will give you at the end. So maybe in the future I'll show that to you here. So make sure to subscribe to this channel, okay? Alright, you'll just need to...
Then let me be the first to officially welcome you as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the Daedra.
Alright, so if you check it here, I gained this skill line here. So, as you can see, improve this skill by increasing your rank in a fighter skill. Destroy dark anchors. Well, dark anchors, you find them in dolmens. Or kill Daedra and undead to increase your fighter guild's rank. Also, you need to make sure that you invested points to your intimidating presence. This will help you with your questing as well. Alright, so that's for me today, guys. If you like this video and you want to see more of my Elder Scrolls online games or stream, make sure to subscribe, and also you can follow me on my social media accounts. You can see it right there below on my screen. Don't forget to click or push the bell notification so you get notified every time I uploaded new videos or start streaming here in my channel. What else? So if you have questions or things that you'd like to suggest that I play,
There's an urgent
any
task for you.
MMORPG, you can just comment that below, and I'll try to check those out. And if I have time, I'll play those games as well. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. I'll be doing the continuation of this quest until we get to the bottom of what happened to what happened to the queen, and how we can save Western Skyrim from Harrow Storms, right? Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time. Bye bye.